Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saudri wa yasri amri wa amin lisani. Okay, let's start. Everybody still with me, right? Betul tak? Semua orang ada lagi? Baru je start kan? Takkanlah tak ada. Ada
Ada.
Ada. Itulah seram je kan? Tak apalah. Okay. I hope that if you have something to ask in the middle of the presentation, you may do that. Okay, I think that it's okay. If you kadang-kadang you dengar one point, might be you would like to ask brief deeply. Okay, you may interrupt. You may ask me. Okay, so this is just the flow of my sharing tonight. Okay, the first and foremost, of course, what I'm going to share with you is what you should present, okay, or the content of your presentation. I think that is the most important. What you should present for your FYP presentation. Kalau dulu kita panggil Viva, zaman-zaman 2-3 tahun lepas kot, Viva. But when we are called it as Viva, benda tu nampak macam berat. Okay, so lately kita panggil FYP presentation or final year project presentation. Okay, so the first is the content. Then I just give you some tips lah. Okay, the tips, the do and the don'ts during the presentation, and then also some tips for the day of your presentation. Okay, and what is actually the examiners looking from you, or what is might be orang kata tu apa, soalan-soalan cepuk emas lah yang examiner rajin tanya, okay, during the presentation. Okay, so we may start with, I have to say congratulations. Okay, congratulations to everybody. Why? Because of you dah hantar, you went find the topic, membaca literature, do the analysis, okay, come up with the proposal, kena marah dengan advisor, kena sinding dengan advisor, and then come up with the what's it called as a final report, and then you submit to your panels and also your examiners. Okay, I think I have to congratulate you because now is the time for you to wait for your defense or for your presentation lah. Okay, ada setengah orang might be on the day of the presentation dia rasa macam dia lah bila bangun tu, alamak hari ni nak present. Okay, especially those who have the stage fright ke kan, but now is online kat situlah you all punya what's so called as kita kata kelebihan lah ODL ni kan, you can relaxly presenting online. Okay, but if the real punya presentation might be sikit macam ni lah kot, you rasa you akan terfikir alamak nak presentation, okay, or what should you do or what should you share. Might be you feel nervous, of course, but believe me that your advisor pun rasa benda yang sama. I'm telling Amalia, I'm telling Fatin Amira, every time my students is going to have their FYP presentations, I will be nervous because of I don't want them to have those kind of bad comments from the panels. That's why lah I always stress to Amalia and Fatin, give me first to read because I would like you your session, your FYP presentation to be smoothly and precisely. Itulah ceritanya kan. Kalau you betul-betul having those kind of bonding with your advisor, believe me, dia pun akan rasa nervous juga. So in order for you to might be you may ask, you submitted to your panel, kenapa tak suruh panel baca je kan, or examiner baca je? Why you need to present your work? First, might be sometimes, and all the time sebenarnya, this is the opportunity for you to express your ideas, okay? Instead of might be bila orang baca tu panjang-panjang, this is the time for you to summarize it and tell the panel and or tell people what you did. Okay, and of course lah, it's part and parcel of what so called as subject kan. You tak ada writing examination, okay, but this is part and parcel as an examination. It's an oral examination, just to test what do you understand from what you doing. Tu sebabnya kenapa you nak kena present, kenapa kita kena ada viva, macam tu lah. Okay, and on top of that, it's just a defense. If okay, might be this is the time for you. Not everybody will agree with you, so this is the time for you to defend. Because sometimes might be kalau you hantar sahaja, you tak present, okay, orang yang membaca tu dia tak setuju, so there is no platform for you to defend your work. So when we have this session, what's so called as FYP presentation, so it's become a defense session uh, on your part. Okay, and on the part of the examiner, of course, they would like to see you and would like to test how deep is actually you understand from what you did. Itu sahaja sebenarnya, especially FYP presentation lah, you bukannya viva PhD. Okay, apa yang we are looking from the angle of panel, or kalau if I become the panel, I just would like to test either the students is the one who did the work. So I takkan tanya lah, no, biasanya I tak tanya pun method. I takkan tanya kenapa you dapat beta coefficient 0 point something something. It's so technical. But I will ask, why you doing it? Why you come up with this work? How you do it? Kan? Daripada situlah. Okay? So we will discuss that further. So now what I'm going to share tonight, okay, is how do you or how do I prepare for, I don't like to say how do I prepare for a good final year project presentation. To me, it's very subjective, okay? Or better, of course we have to be better, but when people say that be the good, be the best, is very subjective. So what I'm going to bring you tonight is how we should prepare something which is adequate and acceptable for FYP presentation. Something if acceptable and adequate for certain thing. Okay? Are you still follow?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So yes. Anything? Tak ada ya? I terus ya.
Tak jawab, madam dia yang jawab.
Biasa tu. Kan, I believe that, yeah, I understood. Sometimes you just open it and then you do something, but I think for this session, dengar sikit-sikit lah, especially the first part, because of, I don't say that mine is perfect, mine is the best, no, okay, but at least you have something for you to bring during your what's so called as presentation day. And I don't say that whatever that I'm giving you tonight is perfect. What you have to do is still you have to discuss with your advisor lah kan. Is it okay if my flow is like this? Okay, so this is the first thing that we are going to discuss is the contents of your presentation. Okay, Amalia and Fatin tak boleh masuk Amalia. So this is the one that you asked me last week. Okay, what should you present, or what is the content, what should you put into your slide? Okay, so this is the flow, the thing that you have to have, but again, this is guideline. Okay, you may refer back to your advisor, either they are agree with this kind of outline. Okay, so it started with the introduction. And then for your level lah, okay, kalau PhD level tu dia ada motivation and issues, tapi for your level ni kita tak perlulah so detail macam tu. Okay, so it's just an introduction to your research, then the RQ and RO, okay, the literature review, it's very important because from the literature review it will tells the panel, or it will tells examiners What is the gap? Why you are doing? What is the problem that you are actually trying to uh, assess? Okay, and then for your level, might be you cannot see the gap, a big gap, ataupun kadang-kadang tak ada, you tak cerita pasal gap pun tak apa, but at least from the literature, it will bring you to your conceptual framework. Okay, and then from then methodology and data, and one, two, three, four, five, of course, the findings, six, the conclusion. Okay, and might be if you have this introduction, RO and RQ, LR, methodology, findings, and conclusion is good enough, but may also you can add limitation of the studies and also the suggestion for the future research. So I will go one by one. Okay, and again, this is only sample. Okay, I give you sample just for understanding. Okay, what means by introduction, what should you provide in introduction, or what should you explain in your introduction. Okay, first, of course lah, before you go to the introduction, you have your title page kan. This is example of title page lah. And what I'm going to say about the title page is, of course, you ada nama you, okay, your main advisor, okay, and your second advisor, and your title should reflect the research issues, and also address what is addressed in your study. Okay, because what we found previously, some title is doesn't indicate their study. You kena berhati-hatilah, sometimes you copy paste. I found this is happened to me last semester lah. Student replicate, bukan replicate, dia duplicate. Okay, kalau ia pun nak duplicate, inilah tak berapa bijaknya Puan Yus kan. Nak duplicate, pergi duplicate PhD punya paper. At least ambil lah master punya paper ke dulu kan, ni terus PhD. I found something wrong with the paper when I read the objective. Objective sangatlah level PhD. There were 3 objective yang I rasa macam mana dia nak entertain this objective for degree level kan, macam objective memang hebat. Then I look back into the acknowledgement of the thesis of the FYP, rupanya acknowledgement pun dia terlupa. Kat situlah Tuhan nak tunjuk sebenarnya. Kat situlah Tuhan nak bagi tahu yang meniru. Acknowledgement si ada, biasalah thank you to the Datuk something who become my supervisor for PhD in what you know, kan. So anak-anak, adik-adik, abang-abang, kakak-kakak, okay, macam mana nak cakap kami ni, pensyarah ni, you nampak memang macam ya tak ya je, kan, but kita ni ada kita punya tulah lah, ada kita punya apa nama tu, apa Puan Dus kita panggil dia,
kita ada forte kita juga. Forte tak ya.
Yes, I'll be able to smell the plagiarism punya ni. Okay, so be careful. So this is just a sample. Okay, so this is my thesis, promoting shared prosperity in developed and developing countries on sustainable development concept via Islamicity Prosperity Index. So from here, I'm not saying that this is the best, but this is how you should, the title of your, sometimes banner memang sangat, apa nama, very picky or not picky. Dia memang agak, apa kata orang tu, some panel they are so sangat apa what is the word? I lost the words. Macam sangat memilih. Bukan memilih. How can I say?
Particular.
Yes, it's very particular about the title. Because of students ni kadang-kadang title dekat luar on Japan and Singapore, but when it comes to the what so called as the content, rupanya dia buat study on the other countries. Okay, so tolonglah berhati-hati. If you are saying that it's developed and developing countries, so your analysis of course will indicate that, or your title will indicate that you are doing on developed and developing countries. Okay, and then of course the main issue. Okay, my main issue is here shared prosperity. So the main issues, the subject matters, okay, and the method might be should be being included or being pictured in the title, okay. Tapi method tu tak semestinya, but the issue, uh, the problem, the issue lah biasanya, okay, should be indicates being indicated by your title. Yang tu yang on the title part lah. Okay. And then we go to the introduction. So dekat sini, kalau I go back, supposedly at least you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 slide plus 3 might be. Might be your finding tu panjang sikit. Okay. And I would like to stress here, slide shouldn't be more than 12 slides. It should be less than 12. Okay? Number one. Number two, when slide is 12, so you able to control your duration of presentation. Okay? The duration of presentation shouldn't be more than 15 minutes. It should be, katalah 15 ke 20 minutes. Viva PhD pun kita dibagi 20 minit to present. Okay, bukan Q&A. Q&A tu yang lama biasanya. But presentation should be 15 to 20 minutes. You bukan, if you able to give presentation up to level gegavaganza, bolehlah lebih 15 minit kan, baru orang macam tak lost. But usually if the presentation is more than 50 minutes, lagi banyak you bercakap, lagi drag you punya masa, lagi banyak lah insyaAllah orang boleh nampak you punya silap. Okay, so the tips, the number one tips is the presentation should be less than 15 minutes. Okay, do it calmly. You able to present insyaAllah within the 50 minutes if your slide it's not more than 15 slides. Okay, so the slide shouldn't be more than 15. Sometimes orang sampai 20 ke apa, mengarut lah tu. Okay, be precise. Okay, so I go back to the introduction. The introduction, okay, so this is what you have to have in your introduction. When you're doing your project or you are doing your apa nama report kan, your punya analysis lah kan. Of course you know what is your issue. So what you have to explain is the phenomenon of your research. So the issue, what is the issue? Okay, takkanlah tiba-tiba you datang you buat research. There must be issue that having a problem, then you come up with the solution. That is research. Okay, there is issue, when that issue create problem, okay, and you as a researcher you come up with the solution. Okay, so that is the thing that you should have in your introduction. Okay, the solution can be said as your contribution. Okay, kalau tak nak buat apa you buat research kan. Kalau you tak ada contribute something, might be for your level you are saying that alah pun kita orang ikut je jurnal yang no article yang setiap ada. Yes, you are replicating the articles, but you are not duplicate, you are replicating. So kalau artikel tu buat on apa nama Japan market, so you are taking also Japan market plus you try to compare with Malaysian market. So your contribution is, if there is existing what so called as literature or what existing articles doing or existing research doing on Japan market, so your job is you try to test it also in Malaysia market, so you compare between Japan and what so called as Malaysia. That is contribution, but the contribution should be start from issue. There must be issue that you would like to see. Okay, and then that issue bukannya issue tissue, but issue which is having a problem. Okay, so that is what the thing it should be in your introduction to bring your story or to lay the scenario of your research. Barulah panel nampak, oh ini rupanya kau nak buat ni. Itu tujuan introduction. Okay. So sample lah, I bagi sample lah. Okay, the issue I would like to see, because of the issue of global poverty. Okay, we are talking about poverty, and the World Bank having the mission that um, they would like to reduce the poverty. Okay, by 2030. Then this poverty. When we are talking about poverty, poverty should be reduced when the economy is good. Okay, but even if you see like when we are talking about economy, the proxy, we are usually talking about GDP. Example lah kan, GDP. Okay, the higher the GDP should be, the lower the poverty. Because of GDP naik, poverty should be turun, but that doesn't happen. That's the problem. Okay, GDP naik, tapi why poverty, especially for the B40, okay, for the lower income people, they are still under poverty. So that is the problem. And issue lah, okay, the global issue or the local issue ke apa. But when there is issue, there must be a problem. When there is problem must be in the negative punya statement. Okay, nama pun problem, tak ada ke problem. Oh, saya gembira problem ni saya. Saya problem ni saya gembira. Gembira is not that much problem kan. Biasanya problemnya sakit. It usually negative. So you kena pandai-pandai lah. Okay, when you bring from during the introduction, itulah yang you kena fokuskan. There is issue and there's a problem, then you come up with the solution. And the solution here is in order for us to reduce poverty, okay, we should focus on shared prosperity. But how is actually by contributing which factor that in the shared prosperity ni can improve the poverty. Okay, because GDP only based on what's so called as income. Okay, but it's not only income that can reduce poverty. We are talking about other factors. So we are looking about the sustainability factors, human development. Okay, from economic development, we have to move to what's so called as human development, social development. Yang tu tak payah cerita panjang lah. I bagi contoh. Okay, how from the issue there is a problem, then you as a researcher, you propose a solution. Okay, a contribution. So example lah, there is a liquidity problem. Okay, if you look from the angle of banking, okay, liquidity problem, and then not liquidity problem. The issue is liquidity. Okay, and then is there when we are saying that during the recession, okay, you can see that this Islamic banking or having doesn't much what's so called as performance problem, but they have liquidity problem. Okay, why? Because of they doesn't have enough platform, okay, to what's so called as to park their money or to have extra money. Okay, kan, because of the problem of uneasiness, or the problem of not it's not what we call it, it's not easy for them to convert into the cash easily compared to conventional bank because of the platform is not there. Okay, so might be from the issue of liquidity, and then what is the problem that being faced by the what's so called as the bank. And you as a researcher, you are looking into the factors on how to improve the bank liquidity, and is there any difference between Islamic banking and what's so called as conventional banking. So itu apa nama contoh lah, okay, the what's so called as example, how you should bring the story, okay, the storyline in your introduction punya what's so called as slide, and it should be in only one slide. Okay, buat betul tu simple and accurate lah. Okay, isunya apa, problemnya apa, and contributionnya apa. Itu saja. Okay, and then second is on your from the issue, and now you know what to analyze. Okay, what to analyze. That's why it's bring you the research question and research objective. Okay, so for your level, you should have one general questions and biasalah kan you ada anak-anak kan. What is the key determinants factor for liquidity? Example, okay, general question, and then is there any relationship between um, liquidity apa factor dia? I pun tak ingat dah. Contohlah, liquidity apa? Contoh liquidity cash lah, okay? Contoh lah, bagi contoh je lah, I pun tak ingat dah. Okay, cash and liquidity performance, liquidity of the bank. And dua, is there any, tu kan memang you punya, your level punya research questions, okay? And tak perlulah, or you can have does or what are, okay? Your level does or what are, is there any, gunalah yang simple-simple saja, tak payah nak yang bombastic, okay? And then from research question, of course, the research objective and please, the research objective should be aligned with the research question. Okay. If the research question number one asking the relationship between, is there any relationship between a significant relationship between A and B, objective one to examine or to identify the relationship between A and B. Jangan nombor satu A and B, but research objective nombor satu D dengan C or C and D. Okay, so it should be aligned. And kalau you copy paste pun make sure you copy paste benda yang betul. Bukan you copy paste daripada orang lain. I mean that you copy paste from your report to your slide. Make sure benda tu betul. Okay? Okay, any questions so far? On research question, research objective tak adalah kan. Ini you ambil from your major. Okay? Okay, then we move to literature review. This literature review, this is what or how you able to come up with your conceptual framework. Okay, for your level, you are not testing theory. So you doesn't call your framework to theoretical framework. Bukan you are doing conceptual framework. You ambil IVDV kan? So IVDV tu is a conceptual framework. Okay, there is difference between conceptual framework and theoretical framework. So for you, you hanya menggunakan conceptual framework saja. Okay, so literature review, of course, usually, okay, literature review, if when you are doing your literature review, of course lah, you dah doing it deeply, okay, or details on the theory, okay, the concept, or on the variables, okay, because of your punya conceptual framework tu, you tak boleh just plug in from the sky kan, they must be back, or they must be cited from literature. Okay, so and then make sure that your literature is current and up to date. Okay, the rule of thumb is literature should be not more than 4 years. Okay, so maksudnya tahun ni tahun 2022, 2019, 2018 tu masih okay lah. Tapi but again it goes back to your analysis. Okay, if your analysis you bercerita pasal congkak, congkak tu kan memang history kan. So of course lah you have to refer to the literature from the history tahun 1939 ke apa. But if you are doing on banking, you are doing on stock market, if you are doing on what's called as capital market, come on lah, okay? The literature should be up to date. This is the one that the examiner always look into. Okay, diorang sangat particular nombor apa years of your literature. Especially if this is 2022, I faham, I baca topik-topik you all pun yang you bagi dekat I, either you are my advisor or your advisor or you are my I'm become the second examiner, tajuk you sama je dengan tajuk sama dengan you punya senior. Okay, might be the data is different, we cannot say much lah. Okay, lagipun ala apa yang kita nak expect sangat, boleh buat macam tu, but literature tu tukar-tukar lah sikit. You sometimes we are the panels, kita jadi panel every sem, jadi benda tu macam ada dalam kepala, tengok ini macam aku pernah baca, macam pernah aku lihat, kan. So make sure that you are well aware on the literature. You baca, you bukan pergi copy paste je, you have to know. Okay, you have to know especially the main literature from your research, okay, from the background of your research. Okay, and from the literature, of course, you able, bila you baca literature, from there you able to see, okay, literature A cakap macam ni. I bagi contoh kemudian lah, okay. So what theoretical gap, alamak, yang ni tersambung pula, di copy paste dia tak tukar pula kat situ. What theoretical or conceptual, in your case is conceptual lah, apa IVDV yang orang tu pakai tapi orang ni tak guna. Kan? So bila orang ni guna IV ni, orang ni guna IV ni, okay, you might be would like to combine the IV between the two papers. Kan, paper A, IV dia AB. Paper B, IV dia CD. So you, okay, you would like to combine A, B, C, D, tengok ada effect tak to the DV. So that is your contribution. Okay? Tak adalah you tengok gap sangat. No. Untuk level degree kita tak minta macam tu. This is the example of the literature that you should present to your panel. And again, I would like to just what's so called as this is only the my say. Okay, when you are presenting your literature, you don't have to have your PowerPoint karaoke. You pergi baca authors Noah 1999. The issue is sustainable development in a Muslim context. Then H. Abu Rauni, ini yang you punya presentation until 2 jam. Okay, so you have to remember that supposedly, I'm saying that supposedly your panel did read your report. Okay, so of course they went through your literature. So when presenting your literature, you might be say that you should have summary, only summary, who is the authors, what is the main issue of the articles. Okay, article 1, contoh, I bagi contoh saja. Okay, this Noah, dia punya issue, they are looking into sustainable development in the Muslim context. So because of my objective, I am developing an index, okay, for shared prosperity from Islamic perspective. So I nak tengok ada tak orang yang pernah ada buat index, okay, model. So I'm developing the model and the index for shared prosperity, okay, from Islamic perspective. So framework, dia tak ada bagi framework, and dia tak ada bagi data, ada quantify or statistical or empirical data or empirical analysis or empirical findings, tak ada. Okay, so you may present, summarize your literature where that is the literature that relevant to your thesis or to your project or to your research, okay, and up to date. Okay, again, literature, you kena tahu you punya literature yang relevant to your research. Janganlah you buat on liquidity, you pergi, you tampal je literature pasal stock market. Okay, so you have to know presenting the literature which is relevant to your research and then up to date. Because of a panel, dia sekali tengok dia boleh nampak. Okay, so literature satu page saja. Ambil yang paling berkaitan, yang paling bermakna for your research. Okay, are you follow?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is what I said to you. Bila you baca literature, you are able to see the gap. But for your level, ini tak ada, tak apa. Okay, I tunjuk might be in future when you are doing your master or you're doing your PhD, I believe that might be 20% of you would akan sambung master ke apa. When you are doing the literature, that is the way you able to see the gap. Okay, this is example only how from the literature, okay, only conceptual. So tak kurang orang yang quantify the frame. Some people they are proposing the framework, but they are not quantified. Dia tak ada empirical. So what I did, this is the gap. What I did is I try to prepare a quantified, or I'm providing an empirical what's so called as um, and findings, okay, to the literature, to the body of literature. To get lah. Tapi for you, you buat macam ni je, okay? From your literature tadi tu, ni, you letaklah slide your conceptual framework, okay? Band size ni kan. Ni I ambil I punya student punya ni lah, contoh, okay? This is about liquidity risk as a DV and independence, bank size, bla bla bla. And remember, arrow ni pun very bermakna. Okay, arrow ni kalau terbalik, memang terbalik dah dunia. Memang cik pasal lah dengan panel. Okay, so the arrow, why, how the independence variable will influence the dependent variable. So please know apalah maksudnya by independent variable, apakah maksudnya by dependence variable. Okay, for your level kita ada dependent variable satu je lah kan, but independence might be 4, sebenarnya 4 pun dah cukup. Okay, janganlah banyak-banyak biasa tu yang tak menjadi tu. Okay, so this is the conceptual framework. Okay, so from the layout, or you are preparing the layout, you introduce what you do. Okay, and then why you doing that, what you would like to achieve, okay, and then now is how you achieve that objective. That is methodology. Introduction, telling the panel what you are doing, why you are doing that, and what is your contribution for having the research, and then you beritahu lah objective you, okay, and you tell them how you come up with that issue, with that problem from the literature, and then you propose your conceptual framework. So now is the time for us to know how you do it. That is methodology and data. Okay, so I'm giving you example here how to present it within one slide. Okay, your data, your period of study, and your sources of data. Again, this is only example. You may even more creative than me, okay, but do as creative as you are, but make sure it's accurate and precise. Okay, so the methodology, this is the data and this is the methodology. Okay, this is based on my objective. Okay, my objective 1, I use PCA to achieve my objective 1. Okay, and then I use static panel regression, the methodology, to achieve my objective 2. Okay? And then I use this normalization and aggregation procedure to come up with the index for my objective 3. You satu objektif, you ada satu general objektif kan, dan memang you guna regression kan, or time series ke, you buat macam tu je lah, because of we panel, unless you being asked time series tu apa, you explain lah dekat panel you, tapi you tak payahlah letak segala makna cacing-cacing semua dalam you punya slide presentation. Okay, I'm sorry to use that word lah supaya senang faham. Faham kan? I cakap macam tu kan? Sensitif ke? Kok viral pula kan? Tak adalah. Ni kan, faham kan? Faham tak?
Faham.
Faham kan? You jangan cakap tak faham pula. Cakap dah berjam tak faham pula. Okay, so from you explain first on your data, and then you explain the method that you use to achieve your objective. So that is on methodology and data. Okay, memanglah you letak dalam slide ni sikit, and you cerita pun berdasarkan slide. Okay, but you have to know how to run the data. Katalah you guna time series, the step tu dengan with ARDL-nya ke ataupun unit root test first, kan, kalau time series you kena buat unit root test kan, untuk tengok data tu stationary tak stationary. So that thing you have to know, but it doesn't mean that you have to put into your slide. Yang slide ni beritahu je method apa you guna, but for you yourself you have to know detail lah macam mana you buat. Tapi jangan risaulah, bila you buat, insyaAllah you tahu punya macam mana nak run the data. Biasanya kalau yang tu maknanya dia copy paste dia tak run the data. But if you run the data kan, you analyze the data, insyaallah lah you tahu. Contoh, if you using panel regression kan, panel dia tak ada blue kan. Kalau you guna multiple regression, yes, you have to have heterogeneity test. Then what else, kan, itu yang I pelik. Sorry Madam Yus, I macam pelik sikit kan. Student buat panel regression tapi dia ada report on hetero lah. Boleh je hetero tu sebenarnya, tapi yang apa, to me is if you are using panel, there must be assumption test for panel. Okay, kalau panel ni yang paling penting ada Houseman test tu. Kan, the Houseman test should be there to differentiate either you guna static. Kalau you guna static panel data, Houseman test tu yang paling penting, because it will differentiate either you should choose fixed effect or random effect. Okay, kalau you guna multiple regression, then yes, you have to have hetero test, you have to have all the assumption test lah. Kalau blue tu kan apa, bias, linear, if apa tak ingat I. Okay, so assumption test tu you kena tahu. Okay, you can run from multiple regression after you go through or you went through all the, I tak payahlah ajar methodology pula kat sini kan, but to me is you kena tahulah, okay, how you run the data. And again, biasanya insyaAllah lah, you buat, you tahulah. You benda tu kena ada sikit lah dalam kepala. Takut panel tanya, dia saja nak test you je sebenarnya. Apa yang you faham on panel data, kan, you cerita sikit, okay lah. It doesn't necessary that you have to put everything in your slide. Okay, so now daripada you nak buat apa, kenapa nak buat, and then macam mana, and now is the time for you to present your result. Okay, and result ni 1, 2 slide or 3 slide pun okay lah. Okay, and again bila copy paste from your report to your slide, make sure that benda yang sama. Okay, another tips, macam ni lah, senang cerita, when you are presenting your report, it should be from the report. Kan, you jangan letak dalam slide benda yang tak ada dalam report. Oh, you memang mencari nahas. Okay, so meaning to say that whatever that you are presenting is reported. Nanti bila panel cari, dia tengok dekat slide you, tengok tapi dalam ni tak ada. Memang cari nahas. Okay, so you are presenting whatever that being reported and whatever that being submitted. And some panel they are very again kan, point use particular. Kalau I memang particular. Okay, on the day of the presentation baru you tanya ada ralat ni puan ni. Oh, come on lah. Okay, to me, once you submit for your report, once you submit to your examiner, khalas, that is final. Okay, because why you should baca, you should tengok betul-betul sebelum you submit, supposedly. Tapi kalau, kadang-kadang mana dah tahu malam you nak hantar report tu, tiba-tiba blackout kan, dah you macam apa, copy paste tersilap, might be that's up to the panel lah. Okay, kita tengok based on cases lah. Okay, this is example how you should present. Again, only sample. Okay, you can write back your research question. Okay, and then you just give them the finding, the relevancy of the indicators. So, contoh, this is the model. Contoh lah kan, model I ada 4 model. Okay, might be you ada 2 model, and then methodology you panel. So maksudnya which one that being used. So that developed country, random effect is the one that being chosen. Okay, for developing country also random effect. Okay, your level you boleh lah, yang kat sini lah yang you beritahu you punya biasa lah kan. Untuk you, I tahu first you will present the descriptive analysis. Okay, descriptive analysis, mungkin 1 slide, and then what so called as the correlation correlation apa benda tu 1 slide, and then your regression result 1 slide. Okay, and make it precisely lah. And when you presenting it, You don't have to read one by one. Okay, for dimension, model, for Farad, this, for methodology. No, you can say that, okay, this is the result based on which model, and we found that which what so called as which variable is significant. Okay, when come to significant and insignificant, you should discuss first the significance variables. Variable which is significant to the model, then you discuss, and you may lah sebut juga berapa persen dia influence ni, boleh sebut, boleh tak sebut. Okay, because you dah tulis tu, panel dah boleh nampak and panel pun dah baca. Okay, that's why I say make it precise. Okay, you cakap yang mana signifikan, yang mana tak signifikan. Yang signifikan tu, okay, you apa untuk level you ni, you boleh cakap lah which literature yang support your result. Okay, and for insignificant, you boleh sebut juga, ada juga literature yang insignificant dapat sama result dengan you, and better lagi bagusnya kalau you boleh share sikit why from your point of view it insignificant. Kan sikit lah, cerita sikit. So itu markah lebih sikit. Itu nampak yang you membaca detail lah. Okay, so that is how you presenting your result. Okay, so conclusion, once you presenting your result, don't forget to conclude. Okay, and again when comes to conclusion is the summary of your result. Dekat sini dah tak ada lagi percentage ke apa. You summarize it, yang mana signifikan, yang mana tak signifikan. You ingatkan balik you punya contribution. Okay, you are contributing what kind of contribution. Tadi you tengok masalah liquidity, and now you know that variable yang mana yang boleh membantu kepada liquidity, or variable yang mana yang boleh lagi menerukkan liquidity bank. Contoh. Okay, and then your argument lah, how you are actually trying to bridge the gap. Okay, daripada orang tak nampak beza factors liquidity risk between conventional dengan Islamic. Now you able to provide one findings which is there is different between banking, conventional bank and also Islamic bank. Contoh, I bagi contoh kat sini. Okay, so conclusion tu beritahu tu summary of result, your contribution back, and then your argument. Okay, so sample lah sikit je. I cakap lah providing this research provide evidence, okay, on the indicators of the ni I punya contoh sendiri lah, and then I am providing the empirical evidence to complement the conceptual framework. Okay, so this is how you can put into your conclusion pun satu page je. Okay, macam ni lah summary, what beritahu balik you punya contribution, okay, and your how you are actually filling the gap. Okay. Okay, so this is only on top of the 5 ke berapa tadi, yang the 6 yang you should have. You may include also your limitation of study. Okay, some people they are giving that in the after introduction. Okay, boleh lah, but to me I lagi suka letak dekat belakang. You dah cerita dulu you punya analysis dengan gembiranya, result you macam ni, then you tell the panel, oh memang saya dapat result macam tu, and kadang-kadang panel dah berkerut-kerut macam kenapa result macam tu je, kan, and this is the answer. Why result you macam tu? Because of you have the limitation. Okay, limitation of study is not limitation of your social life tau. This is limitation towards that study. Okay, apa yang membuatkan result you macam tu? Because of their limitation, certain limitation towards the study. Bukannya limitation saya buat praktikal lah, saya tak ada masa, bos saya, ya Allah, saya ni mengalahkan CEO lah, kalau datang office tu tak ada masa saya nak buat ni. That is not the limitation of study, that is your social limitation. Where when you engage the program, you kena pandai-pandai lah kan, you kena lulus lah program tu. Kenapa you pergi ambil subjek ni kalau you tahu dah you tak boleh cope? That is example lah, jangan kecil hati pula. But what is limitation that you should tell your panel is you dapat result macam itu because of certain limitation. For example, okay, for example, the availability of data might be panel tanya kenapa you compare only between Japan dengan Singapore, okay, tak you compare because we are talking about liquidity, you should ambil Indonesia punya banker atau banks or whatever lah, okay, due to availability of data. Data tu je yang you dapat. Data tu lah yang penuh, yang you boleh run your analysis. Sebab kalau lompong data, you kena banyak sangat buat adjustment, so nanti result pun tak berapa cantik. Okay, the availability of data. And then this is my problem for my thesis. Okay, unavailability of many Muslim countries data. I believe that if you are doing, might be one day you are doing your study on financial inclusion ke, you are comparing between OIC country dengan European countries ke apa, you may found that yes, data on Muslim country memang susah nak dapat. Okay, so you are telling the what so called as the panel, okay, you dapat result macam tu because of this is the limitation. Okay, limitation towards this study, bukannya limitation social. Masa tak banyak lah, dalam masa 3 bulan itu je yang kami, no, we are not looking for your limitation, we are looking into the limitation towards your study. Okay, might be you boleh cakap method, okay, because of everybody is using Reflet, everybody is using time series, but you feel that when you doing your you applying the data and the assumption, contohlah, okay, all the literatures are using dynamic panel regression, okay, tapi bila you try to run the data ada ni, data memang cantik, data memang penuh, but when you try to run the data, that data doesn't suit that method, kan, so that's why you terpaksa guna static panel regression, okay, because of data you tak sesuai untuk guna tu. So you should tell during the limitation, sebab nanti bila orang tengok literature semua guna dynamic, why you suddenly guna panel? Okay, so that might be your argument, okay, within your limits. Okay, and then I believe that you should include, because this is the privilege to you, for you to do recommendation and suggestion. Why I'm saying that this is a privilege for you, because of you went through the hard work, okay, you went through the analysis, you find your own finding, tak ke you bangga, you dah analyse, kan, then oh ya Allah ini result aku, kan, then from that result you dah buat, so orang yang buat je yang boleh do the recommendation. Only those who went through the process, then they able to give suggestion. Macam lah you pergi makan, katalah kan, I nak pergi makan pokok cafe yang dekat KL tu ke, ataupun saja round-round jogging-jogging Bukit Tungku tu kan, then there is one cafe kat atas tu kan, where kalau I tak pernah pergi, macam mana I nak recommend you pergi, kan, if I went to the restaurant, kan, nak orang tanya, sedap tak nasi kandar Ariski, dekat Segamat ni Ariski lah, mana ada kafe-kafe gitu kan, okay, sedap, because of I have the experience, so that is your privilege, okay, because of you went through the analysis, you got the finding, and you are now able to suggest to other researcher what should be added, what should be extended. Okay, for example, orang you ambil 2 from sini, 2 from you guna 4. Why not? Bila you baca, oh sebenarnya ada lagi variable yang orang lain boleh tambah ni, then give suggestion. Orang lain tengok cuma on Japan and Singapore. Oh, why not tengok dekat Asian region? That is your suggestion. Okay, based on your experience, you able to have suggestion for future researcher, how they can be able to extend the research. And actually one day kalau you nak buat master degree, you know about master, you should it depends lah, kalau you would like to be academician, you memang kena ada PhD. So before ada PhD you kena ada master. So better kalau you nak buat PhD, you buat master by research. So bila master by research ni, how you able to get ideas, what to analyze, what kind of research. Mula you tahulah, okay, katalah you nak buat, contoh you nak buat pasal banking kan, banking apa kejadah banking. So you should read from articles from their future research suggestion or recommendation. Biasanya dari situ you boleh nampak, oh orang ni recommend macam ni. So from that you backward lah, kan. From that suggestion you cuba cari literature, then from literature you boleh nampak gap, baru you nampak insyaAllah lah in future. Okay, so that's it on the content. Okay, so this is just the thing that you should provide in on top of whatever that I shared with you in the slide before, in the kat sini kan, mula-mula kat sini tadi tu, kat sini ni kan, ni kan, okay. You pun boleh ada macam ni lah, yang simple. Okay, it's up to you. This is only suggestion from me. Okay, as I mentioned, it's only a guideline. Okay, inilah yang biasanya yang kami panel akan tengok when you are presenting your content, okay, of your presentation. Okay, so khalas on the first part. Might be any questions before we go to the do and the don'ts while presenting your ni. I sambung je lah Pukul berapa Oi, pukul 9.40 dah. Okay, I sambung lah. Ingatkan bercakap kan, I dah cakap yang you pun use. Bila bercakap-cakap ni.
Boleh. Lama sikit pun tak apa.
Okay, so while having your presentation, okay, this is just a tips lah kan, the do and the don'ts. Bila kita tengok do and don'ts, kita macam menyampah lah the do and the don'ts. This is just only what so-called tips lah kan. Well, you are lucky because you are doing it online. Okay, make sure that camera perfect is functioning well. Okay, janganlah masa tu lah pula kamera tak boleh buka lah, hitam gelap lah. Kalau boleh carilah what so called as wifi, I mean that coverage network yang bagus. Okay, hanya untuk hari tu lah, supaya kadang-kadang kita faham, kita cuba memahami, tapi kalau dah sentiasa tak dapat aja line tu, dah lama kami panel pun annoying tau. So do not annoy your do not make your panel tu macam rasa menyampah ke apa kan. Lagi satu, kita bukan nak lama sangat, 15 minit. So nak naik atas pokok ke atas gunung ke, cubalah usaha kan, cari yang betul. And while having your presentation, speak clearly. Okay, bercakap dengan clear, jangan mumbling, and then make sure that janganlah cepat sangat dan janganlah slow sangat. Janganlah macam sloth tu kan, macam cerita The Zoo tu kan, speak clearly within the adequate or the correct intonation lah. Janganlah menjerit pula. Tapi tak apa, menjerit tak apa. Tapi kadang-kadang bila suara slow tu, alamak, leceh lah, ngantuk. Okay, so speak clearly and slowly to make sure that the examiner can follow. Okay, and then eye contact, walaupun I tak nampak you, tapi lubang kamera ni, tengoklah lubang kamera tu, ibaratnya you are talking to your panel or in front of your panel. Okay, kan, tak malu-malu. Kalau you sini yang pemalu ke apa, I tak tahulah macam mana kan, but only for 15 minutes, buanglah sikit malu tu, bercakaplah beria, bercakaplah menggunakan tone yang betul. And then try not to use jargon kan. You all, macam I cakap you all kan, I alls, janganlah macam tu, ya. Ya. Sudah. Siapa pula tu? And then and especially some what we call it, some jargons that kita suka guna kan, sikit talk lah, formulate lah, sikit lah kan, ataupun kita orang Johor ni kurang sikit lah kan, because you are using if you are using British English, then 100% British lah. If you are using US punya English, then 100% US lah. Janganlah campur-campur ke apa kan, kejap keluar German ke English ke apa. It just a normal intonations, be calm, okay, and speak confidently. Only that, okay. And when your examiner is asking you the questions, sabar, be patient, listen carefully and take notes. Okay? Okay, dia tanya, take notes. If you don't understand what they are asking, then it's okay for you to pardon madam or pardon sir. I don't know bila kita balik daripada cuti kan, Yus, tiba-tiba student panggil kita madam.
It's that one.
The first time student call me madam, I feel that I macam gundik raja-raja Perancis kan, raja-raja
Macam zaman kolonial, Madam Sir.
Ya, they are calling them madam. Dulu kita puan-puan je. Bila balik tu, kenapa budak-budak panggil kita madam? Tapi tak apalah. Okay, pardon, or I'm sorry sir, or I'm sorry madam, can you please repeat the question? Cakap baik-baik lah, okay, kalau tak faham. Kalau even you tak faham, or you tak dengar ke, or even tak faham, could you please explain a bit what is your expectation from the question? Macam itulah kan, supaya you boleh memberikan jawapan yang tepat. Okay, so this is just the do and the don'ts. And then some tips on the day of the presentation, macam I cakap tadi, even you are doing it online, tapi janganlah pakai tudung nak pergi sidai kain. Tolonglah, okay, dress smartly but comfortable lah. Janganlah pula berkot, bertai, then duduk dekat dalam bilik, aircon, kipas pun tak payahlah. Dress smartly. Nak present kan hari tu je nak present, so tudung lilit-lilit lah sikit, tapi jangan lilit dah jadi macam pocong tercekik ke apa. Smartly, okay, and comfortable. Janganlah pakai tudung sarung boleh, tapi janganlah nampak sangat tudung sarung you bawa pergi sedia kain. Okay, and then feeling nervous is normal. Okay, for the first time nervous, kalau stage fright lah kan, tapi nervous tu buat kata hati kos indah, gerget. Kan gerget tu mesti ada. Tak apa, just be calm. Okay, and do not be late lah. If your turn is at 10:30 for example, make sure you on time lah. Janganlah sampai panel nak kena call, nak kena WhatsApp, mana ni, come on man, kat situ nanti dah bring the rasa nak marah, macam tu lah kan. And then take your thesis copy with you. Make sure that you punya report untuk simpanan you tu you bawa ada di tepi you. Okay? Why? Because might be when the panel asks you, you able to selak-selak. Okay? You able to go to the pages, the correct pages, and take note on that pages. Then you can align with whatever comment that they ask you to do, so you able lah to discuss that comment with your supervisor or your advisor. Okay? Your copy of your thesis or copy of your FYP ada bersama you dah print siap-siap. Okay, and then janganlah pula pen ke apa ke tak ada kan, bawa lah satu pen or post it notes tu kan yang boleh lekat-lekat, ni page ni nak kena betulkan, page ni nak kena betulkan. Okay, so that is the tips that what you have to have on the day of the presentation. Do come early, prepare yourself early. Okay, relax, buat Nescafe, kan, jangan pula air Milo beria, nasi lemak beria, tidur pula. Tak payahlah macam tu kan. Just prepare yourself, okay, be calm. Then siapkan dekat tepi-tepi meja you tu kan, kalau you offline or face to face, of course lah, lagi lah nervous. Okay, but now is online, okay lah, less nervous sikit kan. Cuma be prepared. Okay, prepare yourself. Okay, prepare yourself ni, buatlah, you should have your own rehearsal lah kan. Buatlah rehearsal sendiri depan cermin 2-3 kali. Make sure that 15 minutes kan, tak lebih tak kurang. Kalau lebih pun 18 minutes. Okay, and then you fluently presenting your ideas. Sebenarnya you present your ideas. Okay, kita pun nak tengok idea je. Ideas you buat macam mana, you buat ke tidak sebenarnya. From your tone, from the way you present, your voice, oh come on man, be able to detect, is it yours or you are replicating or you are duplicating. Macam tu, gitu. Okay. So, number 4, tips. First is content, second is just while you are presenting, and third is the tips for that day. Okay, and here now, the last is what are examiner looking for. So, this is only a questions tak semestinya ditanya, tapi inilah antara soalan where the examiners selalu rajin tanya. Okay, so first regarding the literature. Okay, is the literature relevant? Kan, are you doing it critically or you just do some descriptive analysis? Okay, did you do your literature review in a comprehensive manner, meaning to say that you you membaca sedetailnya regarding your research. Okay, if you are talking about liquidity risk, you know what is liquidity risk, you know who did talk about liquidity risk, who is the one that come up with the idea or the main reference, okay, or the main referee of the subject. You kena, at least you tahulah kan, kalau poverty, you merujuk kepada World Bank, you merujuk kepada SEN, okay, you merujuk kepada Umar Chapra, kalau from Islamic Finance lah. Okay, so the father of the theory tu you kena tahulah juga, ambil tahu sikit-sikit. Okay, and then does it link to the methodology in the paper. Okay, dia soalan-soalan macam tanya, okay, which literature is actually giving you the way how you should or how you apply, which like paper that you cited for this IV or for this DV, macam tu lah. Okay, soalan-soalan regarding the literature ni. Then that's why I said yang tips yang tadi tu, literature kena current and up to date. Kalau tak, itu memang orang memang dia rajin sangat argue your literature. Okay, when your literature is relevant, when your literature is up to date, biasa panel dia lepas macam tu je. But bila dia nampak je, tahun 1920, dia dah start. Dia dah start dah. Okay, when there is a trigger point, kita tak nak trigger point. That's why I said you present whatever that should be presented precisely and adequately. Bila you dah start dah membawa something yang trigger for the panels to dig it out, seleceh lah. Okay? Okay, and then what are examiners looking when it comes to methodology? Okay? From your objective, it's able to explain what method you are going to use. Okay? If your objective to determine, if your research objective, research question, usually research question yang lagi boleh nampak, is there any relationship? Of course lah, nampak terang lagi bersula, you guna regression, multiple regression. Okay? Or is there in any effect? Kan? Or what is the impact? Impact maknanya you guna panel ke apa? Okay? Or you say that, that's why I said for your level, if you are memang guna multiple regression, you should choose the words that sesuai untuk your research question. Jangan cakap to develop. Okay, when you say that your objective you to develop, you guna regression tidak menampakkan alignment of method dengan objektif lah. Macam mana pula you nak you guna regression tapi you develop something. Okay, biasa develop ni might be you guna SEM, might be you buat index. Okay, so itulah yang what is always become a trigger point for a panel to ask you more and more and more and more. Bagus ditanya lebih dan lebih dan lebih. Kalau itu yang you buat tak apa. Takut sebenarnya you buat lain tapi panel faham lain, dia dah mula dah. Okay, menggali dan gali lubang. Okay, so is the methodology justified? As I mentioned to you, methodology kena align dengan objective. Okay, is the data collected appropriately? As I mentioned, might be sometimes okay your result tu tak berapa adequate because of data tu tak penuh, okay, or data banyak lompong, okay, that's why you can regression result to something problem, or sometimes also you too many variables, okay, independence variables sampai 8, 10 tapi guna satu model, memang sakit lah, selalu macam tu, memang that is the problem kenapa result you cacar marba, okay. Especially for those of having regression, make sure that you punya F test, okay, clear, significant. Biasa more, what we call it, a panel will look into that first. Okay, dia tengok dulu F stat hancur, biasanya result significancy tu akan hancur. I bukan nak menakutkan you dekat sini, tapi if you have explanation why you are having that F stat like that, F stat you tak F statistic you tu tak significant ke apa, if you have the backup, if you have the argument, if you have the answer for that, is okay. Okay, but yang kita takut tu because of daripada sini lah, data dah tak betul, method dah tak betul, itu yang result macam marba. Okay. And then what are examiner looking for the findings? Dia tengoklah, okay, adakah result tu supported the hypothesis, okay? And then is the result is presented clearly, is the pattern is identified and summarized, okay? So as I mentioned before, during the finding or result presentation, okay, be precise, be accurate, be tepat, okay, tepat as what being reported in your report. I have been through a few presentation where result dalam report lain, result dalam slide lain. Kan kita tengok slide, mana ni nama IV lain, tengok dalam report lain. From there, Zizi Kirana sudah mau nyanyi. Okay, so make sure that berhati-hati bila copy paste, or senang cerita kalau nak menipu pun tipulah dengan bijaksana. Kita tahu je tipu ke tak tipu, kan? Okay. And then what are examiners looking for? Discussion and conclusion. Of course, we are looking summary of result. We are looking into your contribution, okay, and your how you filling the gap. Okay, ini ayat-ayat ayat-ayat thesis lah. The limits of the research identified. Ini nak tengok you punya suggestion lah, kan, limitation. Biasa dalam conclusion bila you buat chapter 5, okay, this is what sebelum I terlupa. Okay, your chapter 1, where is your introduction, kan? Chapter 1 dalam tu lah ada introduction, dalam tu lah ada problem statement, supposedly dalam tu lah ada motivation, dalam tu lah ada juga research objective and research questions, dalam tu lah juga ada hypothesis. Okay, dalam tu lah juga you letak limitation of study, dalam tu lah juga you letak contribution. That is chapter 1. Okay, for examiners, okay, we are reading your chapter 1, and usually I biasa cakap yang ini yang biasa lah, yang luar biasa tu adalah orang yang akan baca chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, tapi jarang, okay, sebab kita ni ada banyak ni, kan. So kami akan baca chapter 1 and chapter 4, chapter 5. So meaning to say that when you are developing, when you are doing your report, chapter 1 and chapter 5 is the most important. Kena strong. Articulation kena bagus, cerita kena bagus in chapter 1 and chapter 5. Because chapter 1 telling us what you are going to do, and chapter 5 is telling us what you did. What did you find? Okay? And did you manage to give us your contribution? So chapter 1 and chapter 5. Chapter 5 apa? Conclusion dengan recommendation. Chapter 1 tu your introduction. Okay, so yang dua tu bila nak viva atau bila nak presentation nanti ni, you kena master chapter 1 dengan chapter 5. You kena ada dalam kepala objektif ni because dalam tu lah telling you what you are doing. Okay, the summary executive of what you are doing. Result tu biasanya kita tak adalah berkira sangat signifikan tak signifikan, relax kan. Sometimes ada student semua tak signifikan tapi kita tengoklah abstract betul tapi tak signifikan, then dia buat Malaysian market, might be there must be explanation, financial inclusion, semua tak signifikan. Rupanya IV tu it's not for the culture of Malaysian people. Kan? Itulah jawapannya kenapa dia tak signifikan. So kalau tak signifikan jangan menggelabah, aduh tak signifikan. Tapi kalau semua tu menggelabah lah, kena menggelabah sikit lah for your level. Okay, you bukan buat PhD yang you ada 3-4 objektif. Kalau objektif 1 tak signifikan, you boleh tengok pula develop model 2 pula, itu lain cerita. Okay, but for your level abstract tu penting. And then because of the fit of model tu, okay, kalau sebenarnya kalau model tak fit memang sebab tu lah you punya result cacar marah. Okay, so that is on findings. Okay, but last but not least, I believe that 90% who are listening to me tonight is orang Islam. So kita ni orang Islam. Tujuan kita dua saja, hablu minallah, hablu minanas. Okay, so how our relationship to God and how is the relationship to first is the relationship to the creator and how is our relationship to the creation. So the creation termasuklah manusianya, binatang and everything lah. So I rasa insyaAllah lah, okay, as a human, kita as orang Islam ni, you dah buat yang terbaik, you dah buat yang you rasa you buat yang terbaik. But don't forget that kita kena banyak-banyak bertawakal lah. Okay, hidup kita bukan hanya kita. Okay, so I believe that banyak-banyakkanlah membaca Rabbi Yasir wala tu'asir. Mintalah dengan Tuhan semoga urusan kita ni dipermudahkan. Okay, and then bila you dah buat, you bertawakal, you berserahlah dekat Allah. Might be you this is doa-doa yang memang I amalkan lah, especially okay bila nak, this is from my experience lah. I'm not a very excellent student pun, okay, of course not. Okay, I'm just an average and sometimes below average. So when comes to Viva, okay, when I did my Viva, chairman of the Viva on the day of my Viva always telling me, Hazila, please make sure that you present within 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay, so kat situ dah nervous dah kan, chairman dah 20 minit. And Alhamdulillah I'm able to present within 20 minutes and 20 seconds sampai dia sebut, oh okay, you manage 20 minutes and 20 seconds sampai dia ambil masa macam tu. And then bila I tengok balik I punya recording for my Viva, I memang rasa ya Allah, engkau lah yang menutup aib aku. Bila tengok recording tu, my Viva, biasa Viva ada yang 1 jam, ada yang 2 jam, ada yang 4 jam, ada yang setengah hari. You know, that is betul-betul depends on your rezeki. So guys, my children, my abang-abang, kakak-kakak semua, kita hidup jangan sombong, kita hidup kena banyak doa, kita hidup kena banyak berserah dekat Allah. Okay, so this is amalan yang I rasa I nak share, yang buatlah. Okay, pagi-pagi you after subuh tu biasalah you baca Yasin and everything, and then have class, and then you boleh baca Allahumma ya barik 44 kali. Okay, and then you cakaplah ya Allah, Allah yang ya barik tu yang maha menyusun, yang maha mengurus. Okay, so ya Allah, Allah yang maha mengurus, kau uruskanlah urusan kehidupan aku untuk hari ini. izinkan untuk aku mendapat yang terbaik, bacalah macam tu, and then you bacalah wa ufawwidu amri ila Allah innallaha basirun bil ibad, meaning to say that you menyerahkan urusan you bulat-bulat kepada Allah, hari-hari buatlah macam tu, and then when you are doing your presentation ke apa, you bacalah, ya Allah tutuplah aibku dan berilah ketenteraman dalam hatiku. I believe that, because my Viva, it took 20 minutes for presentation, and then the Q&A, Alhamdulillah, I cuma di soal jawab within 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, the rule of thumb kalau PhD tu less than 1 hour tu macam kira you sangat beruntung lah. And I got minor lah for my PhD Viva. So untuk anak-anak yang bakal for your FYP presentation, jangan lupa kalau belum sembahyang, solat lah. Okay, tak ada apa yang I boleh pesan on top of my presentation tonight. Okay, kita orang Islam, kita ada di akhir zaman, di sangat-sangat akhir zaman yang memang I kena ingatkan, because I also having children. My first daughter lebih kurang by you, also you ITM students. Okay, so I faham perangai-perangai UITM students sekarang. Even me myself is also ITM and UITM student. So I pernah jadi student, I tahu kehidupannya macam mana. But apa yang I nak pesan as orang yang dah tua, anak-anak, jagalah amal. Okay, jagalah amal, jagalah amalan, jagalah iman. Jaga iman, jaga diri sendiri, jaga keluarga, insya-Allah umat tu terjaga. Yang tu yang I nak pesan lah, on top of whatever that being shared as ni kan. Hormatlah orang tua, hormatlah pensyarah, okay, because that is orang tua. I would like to share to you here, Puan Yus, can we share a bit? I think I stop sharing here.
Okay, boleh.
This is a very memories and memento for us lah. Okay, I take this opportunity to tell to all of you, okay, the one that standing in front of you today and the one that lead this INV 657, ya, kod ni INV 657 kan? Betul tak, Madam Yus?
Betul. 667.
667
INV 667.
Nampak. Okay. Me, myself and Madam Yus is the one who came up with this program. Kami yang buat program ni dahulu. I really, not proudly, but di lubuk hati kami, kan Puan Yus, kita duduk di office pernah sehingga pukul 2 pagi untuk come up dengan program yang you all ikut ni.
Yes.
At that time.
That's the memory.
Yeah, and me, Puan Yus, and another two of us, Dr. Maizura and also Puan Haida, we are the one who lead the programs to come up with BBA investment management, and we full-heartedly we came up with this program. Of course, like it's an instruction from the boss, but actually masa kami buat tu memang bila program tu ada di depan, bila dokumennya dah siap tu, hanya Tuhan saja yang tahu how was the feeling. The feeling that we are going to have students a platform where instead of they are having BBA finance, dia orang akan ada BBA investment management. And after the first step tu, kita pergi study. Kita tinggalkan UITM for 4 years, and once we come back, student dah ada. So I don't know how to express the feeling, rasa gembiranya bila program itu berjalan, program yang kita lah buat, yang kita laksanakan. Okay, so kiranya macam mak BBA investment management ni. But after I balik, I tak berapa mengajar BBA investment ni, and I don't be in the administration kan. Diambil alih oleh mereka yang hebat-hebat, yang buat program ni lebih hebat. Okay, after a few retreat, after a few syllabus punya retreat lah, I rasa program ni makin hebat, diterajui oleh mereka-mereka yang lebih hebat. Okay, So I nak beritahu as a graduate of BBA Honors Investment Management, make sure that be successful. Okay, make sure that you jaga diri you supaya you dapat jaga umat. Jangan sombong. Okay, I'm sorry to say I've been in the finance program, I've been in the Islamic banking program, I've been after lately lah. Sebelum ni I tak berapa mengajar budak-budak investment, tapi lately I mengajar, especially when I become the RP for in apa FSA tu, INB 536. Okay, dan sebenarnya frankly say I dah tak berminat pun nak mengajar subjek-subjek conventional finance. I lebih berminat pada Islamic finance. But bila I diberi tu, dia datang balik memory, dia datang balik rasa belongings tu. Okay, so jagalah nama baik program ni. I'm sorry to say kalau I compare attitude, okay, students BBA Investment Management from day to day macam nampak naik kepala sikit. Okay, I'm sorry to say, I have to say this because I am the one who creating the program together with Madam Yus and also a few of us. Okay, so there is a bit frustration there. Attitude, where is your attitude? You are being trained for a very good program kononnya, okay, tapi attitude tu macam less sikit. I'm sorry to say that I never have advisee left me. My advisee left me. Bukan setakat tak hantar report, left the group kan. Siapa nama Amalia and also Fatin is in the group. I was shocked when other student BBA Investment Management yang supposedly having a very good attitude, having to be trained to be a good human, but the attitude is not up to that level. So be shame on that. Okay, so please guys. Tapi Alhamdulillah, biasanya orang yang datang mendengar ni orang yang baik-baik. Orang yang tak datang ni lah yang selalu problem. So inilah tugas you. Okay, jangan ambil hati apa yang I cakap ni. I sayangkan program ni. I yang tidak bertidur malam. Kami pernah di office sehingga pukul 2 pagi. Ketika itu menyediakan dokumen MQA untuk di BBA Investment Management. Pukul 2 pagi, I masih di office bersama Puan Yus. Berdua saja di bilik KP tu. Kalau you tahu bilik KP tu. Kat situ. And then tiba-tiba I macam nampak Puan Yus pergi toilet. Then I cakap, tak lama lepas tu Puan Yus datang bilik I. I cakap, tadi you bukan pergi toilet ke? Dia kata, dia tak ada pergi toilet. Then I cakap dengan Puan Yus, kita kena balik lah. Sebab I rasa yang I nampak tadi memang bukan Puan Yus and sampai di asal pukul 2 pagi dekat UiTM kan. Kadang yelah kan UiTM kan bangunannya keras. Sebab batu kan. Okay. So that is, I nak cakap that is the sacrifice lah. Masa tu anak I kecil-kecil lagi. It was 10 years ago, 2011. Okay, we did that on 2011. The paperwork from BBA Investment Management. So we did that with the hope that we able to see you, and Alhamdulillah, I panjanglah umurnya dapat kembali ke UiTM dan dapat berjumpa dengan you all. So I really wish you the best. Okay, bila I tengok BBA Investment Management itu bukan setakat namanya BBA Investment Management, but because of we were the one who created the subject, the program. So memang sentimental value-nya lain dan semoga I sangat, bila I tengok every batch tu, this semester I ajar 4 group lah for investment management, 2 group subjek takaful, 2 lagi group for INB 536, and dapat tengok daripada awal lah because of day part 3 kan. You all I rasa I tak pernah ajar kan. Atika, I pernah ajar you ke Atika? Atika Ismail, nama adik I ni. Wan Miza, I ada ajar you ke? Semua dah tak ada lah.
Tak ada, madam.
Tak ada, madam.
So we just met tonight, okay? So I wish you all the best, okay? I really hope that ingatlah macam I pesan, jaga amal, jaga Islam, jaga agama, jaga diri sendiri, and then jagalah family, insyaAllah. Umat Islam tu akan terjaga. Okay, just be honest, hidup you all akan panjang lagi. Bukan hidup, perjalanan hidup tu akan lebih panjang. It will not stop here. I really hope that might be after BBA Investment Management, go for something for yourself. Okay, do not stop here. do something for yourself, okay, and do something for the nation lah, untuk agama tu yang penting, untuk agama dan untuk nation, okay. Might be this a little just a little sharing tonight, semoga dapat dimanfaatkan. I wish you all the best for your what so called as ni lah, presentation, okay. So I stop here. Might be you have something to ask, you may ask lah. Sekarang dah 10 suku dah. Oh, I took so many times lah rupanya. Yes, any questions? Might be from the chat ke apa ke, ada tak? Oh, tak ada pula. Okay, any questions? Would like to ask before you go for your dapat tak sikit-sikit lah, dapat tak sebenarnya? You dapat tak apa yang I cakap sebenarnya?
Dapat, Doktor.
Dapat lah kan Azulaifa kan? Kan Natasha, Syazwina, thank you very much lah. I really hope that dapat lah kan. Bukan banyak pun, sikit-sikit. I just to ensure that I just really would like to help you. You have a very smooth presentation lah. Itu je sebenarnya. Kan? Apa yang you all boleh tackle panel lah. Kan? Macam tu je lah. Okay? Any other questions? Kalau tak ada, might be we may Puan Yus nak balik tengoklah pengorbanan seorang lecturer, you know, malam dengan anak-anak ambil ngaji ke apa tu, I pun tak tahulah.
Balik tuition.
You see, balik tuition you, anak-anak dia kena hantar tuition. Macam I ni anak-anak dah besar sikit, I dah tua, anak-anak I dah besar. You tengok pengorbanan lecturer you tu yang menjaga you sampai 200 lebih. Nak dapat feedback punyalah susah, please lah kan. I bercakap ni lah as a mark of INV BBA ni lah. Okay, buatlah yang terbaik untuk diri you, then insyaAllah you boleh buat yang terbaik untuk orang lain. Kalau you tak buat yang terbaik untuk you takkan dapat buat yang terbaik untuk orang lain. Percayalah cakap I. Okay, so nak buat apa, fikir dulu, ya Allah, ya Tuhanku, betul ke ni? Tanya Tuhan tu dulu. Kalau ada problem, cakap dengan Tuhan dulu. Baru cakap dengan boyfriend, baru cakap dengan girlfriend. Trust me, if you have any problem, please talk to God. Jangan cari, tak payah cari boyfriend, you, tak payah. Pergi dulu, sujud ke Allah, minta maaf kat dia, tanya dia, and then insyaAllah lah akan ada bantuan-bantuan datang, sama ada daripada boyfriend you ke, daripada sugar daddy ke. Tak payahlah ada sugar daddy kan, anak ikan ke, tak payahlah. Okay, so I think that there is no questions. Tak ada questions jelas. So Anis, who is the chairperson? I didn't say thank you. Yes, Anis. Thank you Anis for your introduction just now. Yeah, might be you may close this session lah. Okay, I will share the slide. Kat sini pun kat sini boleh share kan? Macam mana nak share slide kat sini? Tak reti lah. Tak apa lah, I bagi dekat Puan Yus, and then
Boleh.
Puan Yus will put.
Nanti I share dekat Google Classroom diorang.
Okay. So Anis, you may close the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you Dr. Hazila, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Yus.
Okay, Anis, close sikit Anis.
Alright, as a representative from all the students, kami mengucapkan beriban terima kasih lah kepada Doktor dengan Puan Yus untuk give us a peluang untuk prepare ourselves, especially in what we are supposed to expect, what should we do, and you know the preparation lah, especially webinar ni sangat bermanfaat, you know, kepada kita semua, even though memandangkan kita hanya terhad kepada 100 orang, but insyaAllah, you know, as friends, you know, kawan sama kawan,
please.
So, kita akan share
yes, of course.
And saya pun berharap kita semua boleh you know, berjaya dan urusan kita.
Amin. Ya.
Yeah.
InsyaAllah.
So, sebelum kita mengakhiri majlis kita akan membaca surah tasbih kifarah dengan surah Al-As.
Amin Rabbal Alamin. Thank you very much. And I'm so sorry for anything kalau terkasar bahasa, terasa hati or anything. I minta maaf banyak-banyak. So thank you very much, Puan Yus. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Dr.
guys.
Hazila. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for your
Very
time.
motivated. Very motivated
Thank you. Terima
session.
kasih semua.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I nak take note. Gekar Waganza. You Amira. I nak tengok Amira saja. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, doktor. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, doktor. Bye.
Thank you very much.